So this is the Iron Oath from Humble Games. Company name. Papi's Pals. Your title. Papi. Flaming sword. Yeah. On. There you go. There we go. Iron Man, no. Difficulty preset. Oh, I like this. I like having a having like customizable difficulty settings. That's fun. That's fun. I'm always a fan of that. Random shiny parasect? Heck yeah. I was gonna drink water. In an era all but forgotten, the gods once lived alongside humanity in the heart of Caelum. However, an unknown cataclysmic event plunged the world into a dark age. History was lost to time, and so too were the gods. In their absence, a rebuilding humanity was left to contend with the emergence of a great being of darkness from the void. Every few decades, in an event called the Scourge, the dragon's arrival would bring death and disease to the land. Those afflicted by the dragon's blight would lose their minds and bodies as they slowly became abominations of flesh and outcast to society known as the Blighted. A lot of information in that they don't describe until later when they describe it. Despite centuries of effort from the Vanguard Order and the realm's greatest heroes, no lasting victory against the dragon could be achieved. Humanity didn't lose their minds and their bodies. Humanity has now come to accept the inevitability of the Scourge as part of life, enduring, or in some cases, thriving despite it. With whispers of an impending surge. Let me try it again. Take two. With whispers of an impending scourge circulating, you and your company find yourselves in a burial crypt not far from the city of Andalin. A simple retrieval of smuggled supplies, or at least, that's what your employer had promised. Oh, man. Mines and potties, that just stuck with me. Oh, hell yeah, look at that. Get that nerd. Damn, this is so small. Damn, grave robbers, stay sharp. No doubt his companions will have heard that. Everyone stands still, tensions rising as they grip their weapons tight and scan the room for further hostiles. You hear a muffled shout from someone in an adjacent corridor, likely directed toward their now deceased associate. The sound of quickening footsteps soon follows, and three figures burst through a doorway at the far side of the room. Shit! Should I go alert the other? Eric shakes his head, eyes fixed on the enemy. No time for that. We have no choice but to fight. Great. Wazda, pan with mouse button. Mind that archer and get yourself some cover, Edian. Characters can move as many hexes as their move stats. You can sprint to any gray hex, but you'll end your turn. You can swap places with an ally by moving to their location. This can be useful for setting up attacks or removing an ally from harm's way. Move the storm color into cover by clicking there. If you don't have a desirable move or action, you can delay their turn until the end of the round by hitting the wait. Alternatively, you can end your turn by hitting guard. This will increase their defense and evasion. Click wait to delay his turn. Wait is N. Class abilities have a certain amount of charges available during the course of the mission, indicated by the blue numbers on the hotbar. Got it. More opponent abilities have fewer uses. Plan wisely. With the enemy events towards us, we can set a trap by using the Pyro Lancer's Return to Cinder. The Pyro Lancer marks a vacant cell. If any enemy comes in contact with the mark, they trigger a fire eruption that damages and displaces them. Yeah. That sounds good. Yeah, walk right on it, idiot. Right on it. Great. And it pushes them back. As you can see, game's a little quiet. I'm gonna turn it up. Turn it up a little. As you can see, it's important to pay attention to any traps and terrain hazards when positioning your units. To gain more information on a trap or terrain type, you can mouse over the text in question. Some abilities are able to push or pull targets, which can represent certain opportunities for you and the enemy. By forcing targets onto obstacles and terrains, you inflict bonus damage and other harmful effects. Move the pugilist into position and use his crescent wave ability to push the enemy into the pit. The pit behind him? Oh, yeah, buddy. Delivers a powerful spinning kick to any 3 connected targets around him, damaging and knocking them back. Bye. Oh, he just. Oh, I thought it was an instant win. Every character on the battlefield exerts a zone. Okay, so there's attack of opportunity. This goes both ways. There are some exceptions to the rule, such as the use of abilities that incorporate movement, or when the would-be attacker is suffering from an debilitating status effect such as stun. Conserve your stamina and keep them busy. Base attacks deal less damage. There's no limit to their... Okay, so just smack them. Okay. Most attacking abilities are subject to line of sight. You get partial cover. He's taking position behind a smaller obstacle because he's adjacent. He can look over the obstacle and get full version. Uses conduit ability, can devastate a single enemy from range, but takes it to few turns. Okay. With the nearest enemy stunned, the Pyrolancer can safely move past their zone of control without getting an attack of opportunity. Makes sense. And I'm guessing I have like an AoE. I should not have moved there. That's a bad tactical move. That man exploded. Your pugilist has killed an enemy and gained spirit. Spirit is displayed underneath each character's portrait and represents their total mood and attitude. So I killed a guy, so I feel better about how things are going. Plays a role in determining a character's post-mission fatigue. During combat, spirit is gained through feats such as killing an enemy or winning a fight. It can be lost through adverse triggers as well, such as when an enemy lands a critical strike or in the extreme case of a party member dying. That makes sense. Targets is considered flanked whenever you occupy 2 opposing hexes. We'll move the Guardian into a flanking position so that he gets fucked. Time to end this. Yeah, and just zap him. I get a cool zoom in. Ooh, everybody. Ooh, he gets stats. Damage dealt, killing blows. Breaking Destiny news sounds like Zer's first weekly DMT comes with Warple lol. Oh. Oh, it was nice while it lasted. I wonder how expensive it is. 44 XP. I got a small spirit potion that restores 10 spirit. And a bandage that stabilizes injuries, dispels bleed, and restores a small amount of health. Yeah, take all of those. Don't ever not take all the damage. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Urix sheathes his weapon, gaze around the room. Stop. Gaze around the room, make sure all are unharmed. Everyone all right then? Celine looks down to assess their condition, somewhat surprised at their apparent luck. Okay, Pogo does I was gonna load a This is too much all at once. This is too much all at once. Stop, stop. Stop, please. Okay. I missed the beginning and now I have to wait for them to be done. Okay, Pogo doesn't want to let me do that right. Not a scratch, it seems. Eddie gestures at some blood on Urik's arm. Never mind us, you certainly look better. Urik glances down at his injury and scoff. What's this? What, this? He wipes at the blood, making a spear mess of it. Nothing, time won't heal, I'll be fine. Turns, a familiar voice rings out distantly behind you, though the words are unclear. Is that you, Vaughn? Who am I? Am I Urik? Just gonna say this before I forget, anyone doing the Johto tour, best of luck and have fun. Yeah, I'm so excited for the Johto tour tomorrow. I'll put some resources. I'll put some resources in the Pokemon Go channel for like, here's info on gold and silver version. Here's info for like the special attacks. You remember you can like evolve Espeon and Umbreon with no walking distance, all that good stuff. So Vaughn dashes into the room and stops, kneeling over to catch his breath. He looks up with a relieved smile. Glad you're all still with us. We heard the fighting, figured you could handle it, but didn't want to take the chance. Strolls up one of the lifeless bodies, leans over for a closer look, eyes narrowing. Grave robbers, eh? Can't say I'm surprised. Foes are desperate with the scourge looming and all. Indeed, and the others? Yeah, it just broke. Vaughn points in the direction he came back from. Torn and the rest are still searching. Surely they have better places to stash black market goods, but I suppose the smugglers don't have much of a choice. At least we're getting paid well to retrieve them. We've been in worse situations. Aye, that we have, boss. Was just hoping my last job would be free of surprises. Last job? You're leaving the company? Yurik puts a hands on Vaughn's shoulder, gives him a few friendly slaps. He's been reminding us for weeks now, haven't you heard? Vaughn smiles and wriggles free, brushing off Yurik's hands. Retirement would excite you too if you were my age. Not many of us make it this far. His face goes dark for a brief moment, remembering the friends you've all lost. He shakes it off and points a thumb towards Edian and the few other recruits. How'd they do anyway? Yurik glances over at them with the slightest bit of pride. They handled themselves well, things considered. We'll make soldiers out of them yet. Your trusted advisor, Ulrich, steps out from your side with hands raised, bringing a halt to the conversation. All right, now, there's plenty of time for talk later. It's going to take a while to scour this place, even with the others' help. Right, I'll get back to Torin and the rest before they find themselves lost. Watch your backs. There'll be more of these thieves in here, or worse yet. Vaughn looks over his soldier with a sly grin and winks. Believe me, I'm taking no chances. Oh, it's his last day before retirement. Dungeon exploration and time. Most actions you take while exploring a dungeon will cost time. The passage of time can have various consequences and is represented by the time meter. We should begin exploring. Use left mouse button to move our party to adjacent tile. Oh, I like this. Scouting can be useful to spot enemies, traps, and other surprises. It does cost extra time, so it should be used sparingly. Scout that tile. Oh yeah, look at that. We know there's a chest there. While interacting with an exploration event, you'll have multiple choices, costing various amounts of time. I'm already at 7 of 12. Characters will have their own opinion, which can affect their loyalty to the company. Some actions require a stat check, and the character with the highest relevant attribute will be chosen. The character in question will give you feedback to help you gauge their chance of success. If you have any tools, they can be consumed, boost the chances of success, or to perform a unique action that otherwise wouldn't be available. This is neat. This is already super fucking cool. You spot a discarded pack up ahead, likely dropped in haste by the grave robbers. Don't expect to find much value as long as they'll be coming back to claim it. No, get it. Get everything. Celine up 2, Edian down 2, received small health potion, bandage, and tools. Yeah, fuck you. Look, that was great. You can be mad at me all you want. It was dope. Provisions can be used in and out of combat. While exploring, you can check your inventory. Provisions used during exploration have their own associated time cost. Our Pyrolancer Yurik is hurting a bit after that last thing. We should use one of our potions. Give him a potion. Great. Oh, combat. What the what? Oh, hello? During the deployment phase, you're able to reposition your party. Yeah. Yeah, let's put him there. Actually, let's put you here. Because I want you to try to get behind this rock. That's where I want him. Yeah. Oh, I don't want you to go first. And yes. Great. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. Ha ha ha, nerd. You've fallen directly into my trap. Oh, that's where I wanted to go. Oh, attack of opportunity. Oh, I forget. Oh, I cannot see anybody. Okay, well then you wait too. Okay, I'm gonna move him. Okay, we're gonna go here. What do we got? Damage and blind an adjacent enemy. Simple single target damage range of 2. Heal and channel to deploy a damage shield on self and target. We will, yeah, we'll try to blind this guy. Great. Which is good because he won't do AoEs. We'll get a burn on this guy. Move you here. Crescent wave. Into the pit. Dunzo. Let's rainfall to restore his spirit. Yeah. I would like to move here. No. Undo that move. I would like to swap you. Yeah. And just punch this guy. Just get in there. You didn't get a ticket in the end. I'm currently and I can't be bothered to move with Pogo. That's fair. That's fair. It's basically Aaron's and mine big excuse to get out of the house. So we've really been looking forward to it. Oh, it hits everything adjacent? Targets all adjacent to... Oh. Well, listen. Jalen, welcome back. Welcome back, my friend. Infernal Pillar. 2 targets in a row. Oh, they mean... Oh. Oh, okay. When they say in a row, they mean a row. Critical! Great. Falling rocks. At the end of the round, rocks will fall, damaging anyone in the... Okay. Oh yeah, hit him in the wall. Slick. How's the demos going? Made some lunch today, so I'm happy. Hell yeah. Cleansing condition. Oh yeah, I gotta... Oh yeah, he's stunned. Applies a puddle. Ooh, I like that I can apply... I like that it's the what's it called? Oh, I need to destroy the bones. I like that it does the divinity thing where it's like if you do rainfall, there's a puddle there. So... Oh, I knocked him down. That's neat. Reposition and... No, that's... Okay. I got you. But yeah, the demos are going cool. I've been enjoying... We've had some really cool ones. We've had some really cool ones pop up. I think this is fucking... This one, right up my alley. Deadly contraption. So traps deal double damage because of the time modifier. I see. You signal a halt as faint but distant rumbling becomes audible, steadily growing louder each moment. You look up, noticing cracks forming in the ceiling as small rocks break off and fall around you. The cave in, we need to move. Breaking into stride behind the rest of your party, you steal a glance to see the corridor collapsing in a cascade of falling stone. Cross the threshold into another chamber, diving to the ground as the path behind is quickly closed off by the crumbling structure. A cloud of dirt and dust obscures your vision, but the rumbling and crashing comes to a halt as the last few pieces of debris can be heard tumbling into position. Everyone okay? What the hell was that? An earthquake? It might have been. Or those grave robbers tried to force their way into someplace they shouldn't. He inspects the caved-in passage, lightly kicking at some rubble on the ground. Regardless, we'll have to find another way out. What are the others? The supplies we're supposed to locate. Yurik places a reassuring hand on Saleen's shoulder. Vaughn and them were on the other side of the crypt. I suspect they're fine, or at least I hope. Our priority is to find them. Hopefully they've already retrieved the supplies. We could do with a little luck. So I guess that's caved in? Yes. Okay. I was like, I think that's what it's trying to tell me. I'm gonna, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, she's really hurt. And she heals. So she's the one I'm gonna... Okay. Path is blocked. Blast a hole with magic. Hand Yurik a shovel. Yeah. So now, injury prone. Your chance at incurring an injury has increased significantly. Ugh. Party crawls through a gap in the rubble, comes out the other side, sliding down a pile and back onto solid ground. See the flickering light of a torch being cast into the room from a connecting hall, illuminating more of your surroundings as it nears. Your party forms up, preparing for combat. Easy now, it's just me. But this whole damn place was coming down on top of us. And it might still yet. The whole section's caved in. We'll need to find a new way out of here once we're done. I figured as much. Torrin and the others have already set to finding one. I take it you haven't found the supplies yet either. Yurik slowly shakes his head. Unfortunately not. Let's hope they're not buried in stone. Regroup with Torrin and secure an exit. We'll find you when the job's done. Sure thing, boss. There's something else. All that commotion's disturbed the dead within the walls. We've already put down a few of the bastards, but you'd best stay alert for more. Undead? Do you suspect the work of a necromancer? I'd reckon those rumors of an imminent scourge are indeed true. Unnatural occurrences are all too common on the eve of it in my experience. Thanks for the warning. We'll tread carefully. Oh, combat. Combat with some banditos. Let's get you running up on the side. Let's keep you kind of behind cover. I really like this. I already super like this. I'm excited to see some of the... Oh, don't have dogs! Don't make me fight dogs! Man, don't... No one likes this. Yeah, hey, what's up? Boom. And what, son? Boom. Oh, how you like that? Yeah, yeah. Margaret, does the dog die? Mm-hmm. 100%. Oh, okay, we got levels. We got levels! When a character gains enough XP, they receive attribute points and ability points. Ability points can be used to upgrade or alter the effects of abilities. You're not required to spend them right away, and you can access them later. Okay. So we got attribute points, which it marks out our primary stats, which I love. Love that. Strength, dexterity, constitution, charisma, wisdom, intelligence. Sure, we got the big 6. This also affects attack. I'm gonna put those into there. Ability points available 2. Oh, so they just got trees. Okay, love it, love it. I definitely have some questions about D2. You did not get any of your old stuff back, which sucks. What old stuff were you looking at? But yeah, any questions? Any questions, my dude? You lost all the equipment you had? It might have been something with the time. You know what I mean? So strikes an adjacent opponent, warps behind them, and quickly delivers a second strike that knocks the target into the previously occupied cell. Oh, just do it one more time? That's great. Armor guns, all of it, but they're in my collection. I would say you probably shouldn't worry about it because of its older stuff. Some of it is going to be sunset, and oh, I like the idea of extra damage for removing your conditions. That's fun. Some of it'll be sunset, and then some of it won't be the right power anyway. Stuff from before New Light. Nothing was too out there. Just have to pay to get it again from collection if I want it. Nothing major lost except for my Warlock helmet. Brian and Jory Lurk, thank you for hanging out, my guy. I love you, buddy. Eyes of Another World. Oh yeah, I got that. I love that. Rainfall. Oh, more range. That's the helmet I lost, and damn, it looks so good. Well, but you have a hunter and a titan, right? Hunter and warlock. Oh, I thought it was a titan. Channel speed up. Yeah, do it faster. Say lean, crit and perception. Defense and starting spirit during missions. Yes, please. You haven't played a Titan, actually? Oh, okay. What's your healing one? This one? Yeah. Grant 2 radiant stacks. What does that mean? I don't know. Sounds good. Love it. Love immediately leveling people. Yurik runs their hand along the wall of the interred dead, reading the inscription on each nameplate before moving on to the next. He stops at one, peering closer, double-checking the name. This is the one we were told to look for, boss. About time. Hope the contacts are still intact. Reaching with both arms in the dark recess, Yurik finally grabs hold of a coffin, its ancient and rotting wood creaking in protest. He gingerly slides the coffin partway and pushes the lid aside, rummaging around before briefly pulling out the stashed pack with care. Taking a peek to confirm the contents, he walks over to you and hands off the bag. It's all there. No damage to the vials from what I can tell. What does our employer want with them anyway? Ulrich interjects, eager to share his knowledge on the matter. This here is a cure for the blight, or it at least slows the process. The Vanguard keeps it tightly controlled, though, only treating those who pledge themselves to their order. A fair offer, in my view. Of course, not everyone wants to spend the rest of their days fighting evil for the safety of the realm. That's where the black market comes in, on which these vials will fetch a high price. That's why our employer is paying so well. At least our efforts haven't been wasted. Let's regroup with Vaughn and hope they found us an exit. Keep moving. Keep moving. I don't know what that means. Hear a sudden movement in the darkness. The sounds of... oh, it means a boss fight. Ah, man, I really like this game. I really like this game. Oh, shoot. That longsword has range. Let's move over here behind some cover. Get here for this. Range of 2. There you go. didn't heal both of them, did I? That would suck. Oh, he's very hurt. These archers are going to cause us problems, let me tell you. Oh my gosh. I love like doing just slightly less than the damage it would take to beat them, you know? Oh no. Oh god. Oh god, Celine. Okay, get bapped. Wow, that healed me for a lot. Yo. I will blind him so Celine can move away. He definitely needs a heal. I'm gonna have him wait. Okay. Celine. Oh no, she's got a range. So hang on. She's got to move over here. Heal. There we go. Destroy that. Take that guy off the board. Are you for real? Game just gonna do me like that. The bwap. Risen General. Yeah, listen, he's already. This is everything you have left to get to 10. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Legends are actually fairly easy. Legends are actually fairly easy, I think. It took too much time. Enemy preparation. Increased chance of ambush in future encounters. Ugh. Thanks. Thanks, I hate it. Oh, I can heal them. Oh, okay. I think this is an event. Your party comes to a standstill as muffled shouts and ringing steel reverberate down the corridor towards you. Yorick unsheaths his lance, motioning the rest of you forward as he breaks into his stride, barreling towards the sound of the battle. Oh gosh. Yeah, there you go. Yep. That's the move, is you take out the one threatening your friend so they can move and pick up the other one. That's called tactics. Party comes to a standstill as muffled shouts and ringing steel reverberate. Oh, I did that. With the last of the undead dealt with, Vaughn hails you in the chamber with the flick of his hand, a relieved smile forming upon his face as he strides closer to meet you. Did you find it then? The exit's just beyond here. Been trying to keep clear of the dead, but they just keep coming. A pile of bones near Thorin's feet suddenly begin to rattle, and the eyes of a skull ignite in a bright green, as unseen forces attempt to reassemble the skeleton. Thorin grunts and steps forward, crushing the skull beneath his heel and grinding it into fine dust. He looks up with a satisfied grin. Took you long enough. Vaughn here was getting all worked up, thinking the worst. The crypt groans once more, the ground beneath you shaking ever so slightly. I don't expect this structure will hold out much longer, my Papi. We'd best not linger. I forgot that I put that, and that's hilarious to read. Yorick raises his torch high, inspecting the ceiling above as small pebbles break away from it. Good advice, I reckon. We got what we come for. Let's not test fate. Area cleared. Injury recovery and infirmaries. One or more of your characters have sustained an injury during your most recent expedition and will require time off to heal. You can speed up their recovery by placing them in a city's infirmary for a cost. If the injury is severe enough, the character must be treated in an infirmary in order to recover, otherwise they risk permanent damage or death. Ooh, got an injury? How do I see that? Oh, recovery time. Oh, everybody did. Everybody did. Just everybody did. Okay. We got some things, and our gear's been damaged, so I guess there's upkeep. Oh, look at this map. Yo. As the last day of light begins to fade, you spot your company's camp not far ahead. The flickering flames of the bonfires dancing against the darkening sky on the horizon. The rest of the company has already begun celebrating, it seems, as boisterous shouting and laughter can be heard cutting through the crisp evening air. Yurik sidles up to Vaughn and puts a friendly arm around his shoulders. No, stop it. Looks like they're eager to start celebrating your retirement, huh? Vaughn snorts and flashes an amused smile. Seems so, doesn't it? Strolling into the camp, the other members of your company take note of your arrival, turning to raise their cups and letting out a few whooping cheers as you pass them by. The crowd forms around Vaughn, all chanting his name and reaching out to pat him on the back, some more forcefully than others. Squirming out of the crowd with a drink in hand, Vaughn steps atop a nearby crate and turns to address everyone, raising his voice to pierce through the ruckus. Now you all know I'm not one for lengthy speeches, but I'd just like to say that it's been an honor to fight alongside each of you over the years. I dare say I even consider some of you among my friends. He grins, met with a chorus of laughter and cheers. It hasn't been an easy road, but I've been a fortunate man. Not everyone gets out of the mercenary life on their own terms. I hope you all one day get the same chance. He raises his cup in toast. To you, my friends, there has never been a finer company. Hear, hear. The crowd responds with a burst of applause and cheers, enthusiastically raising their drinks and sending a shower of ale through the air. Your gaze is met by Vaughn as he points his cup towards you, and you nod your head in friendly acknowledgement before turning about and striding off to find your tent. With the celebration continuing in your absence, you brush aside the flap to your tent and settle inside, discarding your weaponry and tossing it near your bread roll. You turn to find Ulrich in your presence, no doubt eager to discuss business. Hope I'm not disturbing you, my Papi. I was on my way to pay the horses a visit and prepare us for tomorrow's travel. He gestures to the pack slung about your shoulder, containing the contraband you recently retrieved. It's best if I store these vials in one of our carriages. He reaches out with palm facing up. You glance at it, gently sliding off your pack and placing it in his hand. He looks down, somewhat surprised by the heft of it. Well then, I'd best take care of this. He nods respectfully and turns, pushing aside the tent flap with an outstretched arm and briskly walking out into the night. You turn your attention to your desk, its surface covered with disorganized papers and maps, illuminated by the faint glow of a candle. Pulling up a stool, you sit down and begin to pore over one of the maps, charting out tomorrow's course. From outside, the sounds of laughter and poorly played music drift into your tent. After some time with the celebrations audibly winding down, you step outside into the cool evening air. Vaughn approaches your side, mounting atop a horse. Despite the smile on his face, there's a trace of sadness in his eyes. It's time then? Aye. Leans down, pats the side of his horse. Got my saddle loaded up, figured I'd sneak out without making a big fuss. Rises from his seat and dismounts, turning to face you with one hand extended. Just wanted to say thanks, boss, for everything. You return the gesture with a smile, gripping his hand and giving it a firm shake. Any chance I can convince you to stay? He steps back and chuckles. If you'd asked last week, maybe, but this last job cleared up any doubts I've had. I've survived this long. Reckon I'd be a fool to press my luck any further. Fair enough, friend. We'll always have a place for you if you change your mind. You hear a shout and turn to see Yurik stepping towards you, his young nephew in tow. Sorry to interrupt, tilts his head, gesturing behind him, but Gedrick wanted to see you off. Is that so? He smiles, stepping toward the boy and slapping a hand down on his shoulder. I know we haven't finished your training, but your uncle's more than capable of finishing the job. I know that. I'm gonna miss you, though. Aye, and I you. I've half a mind to send him with you. Less danger on a farm. Gods know your old bones could use the help. Ha! There's a few good years in me yet, but you're both welcome to visit any time. I'd best get going then. Take care of yourselves, would you? With a farewell nod, he turns towards his horse, grabbing hold of the saddle's pommel, hoisted himself atop. With a click of the heels, the horse trots off, and you watch him disappear into the dark of the night, illuminated only by the moonlight above. You and Yurik glance back at the sound of approaching footsteps to find Torin wedging himself between the two of you, his heavy hands firmly planted on each of your shoulders. Company won't be the same without him, I'm afraid. Indeed it won't. As they take their leave, you look around the camp, surveying the aftermath of the night's celebrations. Aside from a few inebriated men and women who remain slumped by the fires, it seems that most have turned in for the night. With days of travel yet ahead, you think it wise to follow suit. You bolt upright from your sleep. Well, I'm going to take a sip of water really quick. Excuse me. You bolt upright from your sleep, awakened by the blares of horns from somewhere in your camp, an alarm being raised. The sounds of battle are all around you. You scramble out of your bedroll, taking up a nearby sword. Ulrich bursts into your tent, an orange glow briefly visible behind him as the flap is flung aside. But Papi, we're under attack. There was no warning. The horses, the carriages, everything's been taken. We need to regroup with the others. Have you seen Yurik? Ulrich wakes the sweat from his brow. Couldn't find him. With his nephew, I hope. You meet Ulrich's eyes in non-agreement. With a firm grip on your sword, you step past him, reaching your other hand towards the tent flap and preparing to step outside. You glance over your shoulder. Let's move. Stay close. First shiny with charm with Ghastly. Hell yeah, Helix. Nice. You emerge from your tent, head on a swivel as you attempt to survey the situation. The camp is almost entirely ablaze. Heat and smoke stinging your eyes and obscuring your vision. You make your way ahead, your feet catching on something as you fall forward. Recovering, you steal a glance. One of your companions, dead. An arrow flies by you, narrowly missing, but finding a target nonetheless. Ulrich screams out in pain. Behind you, legs collapsing under him as he falls to the ground. You turn back, reaching out a hand to pull him up, but he waves you off. Leave me, I'll be no use in a fight. You follow his gaze to his leg, a blood-covered arrow stuck through it. Go! Turn covered onward, stand low to the ground as you move, eyes scanning for any friendly faces in the smoke. A man jumps in front of you with frenzied eyes and a dagger in his hand. He lunges clumsily forward, you sidestep his thrust, raising your sword high and slashing down between his neck and shoulder. He falls to the ground. You kill him. It's a very wordy. Not 50 yards ahead, you spot 3 of your companions through the haze, huddled together with weapons drawn, against an overwhelming number of assailants. Sucking air into your burning lungs, you urge your legs forward in a desperate attempt to reach them. A figure suddenly appears in the corner of your eye, and with a flash of pain, the world goes dark. Surrounded, Edian's head whips around, searching frantically for any possible escape as the raiders edge closer. Beyond the ring of enemies, Torin and a few other familiar faces emerge from the darkness with bloodied weapons drawn, though they don't seem inclined to make any urgent use of them. What are you waiting for, Torin? Help us! The raiders eye Torin as he confidently steps among them, each seemingly unconcerned by his presence, perhaps even emboldened by it. Sorry, friends. We'll make this quick. Oh, he betrayed us! Edian glances at Torin with wild fury in their eyes trembling as they level their weapons. You damn traitors, have you no honor? Honor achieves little in this world. Glancing sideways, he raises his hand. I trust you lot can handle the rest. Spare no one. This lady has a big axe on a chain. That's cool. Well, I don't like how this is going. I'm gonna move down here to try to like guard my back from other ranged fighters. I don't like that. Oh man. Oh, the freaking attacks of opportunity. So few other games have those, so I never think of them. See, and now it's my turn. So now I can get an attack where previously I couldn't. Is that a chest? Do I get something if I get the chest? No. Ow. Heal the caster. Jeez. I obliterated that homie. Oh yeah. Oh no, I put it. Oh. Okay, that worked out for me. I didn't realize it would split her like that, and that's obviously bad. No! Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's really annoying. I'm excited to see all these shinies now that you're home, Helix. All right, we got there. That was oofa doofa. It's gonna take forever. Opening your eyes, you find yourself sprawled on the ground with a mouthful of dirt and a throbbing ache in your head. Despite the ringing in your ears, you hear a muffled voice call out. A hand grips your shoulder, you jerk at the touch, crawling to the ground and scrambling onto your back. Easy now. You exhale with relief at the sight of Yurik leaning over you, the early morning light shining upon his blood-splattered face and garments. He straightens up, you grab hold of his extended arm, gripping tight as he pulls you upright. Regaining your senses, you look out at the smoking remains of your camp. Anything not taken by the raiders has been taken by fires. Not much left, is there? The bastards took everything. He closes his eyes. It was Thorin, my Papi. He betrayed us. Thorin, are you sure? Yurik nods. Wasn't alone either. Damon, Inos, Nira, all fucking traitors. Through the anger, you notice a sadness in his eyes, and suddenly realize his nephew isn't present. Where's Gedrick? Glances down, slowly shaking his head. Don't know for certain, but I fear he's dead. I was with him when the attack started, but we ran into trouble. Told the boy to run, but I don't remember much else, I'm afraid. Woke up to Ulrich dragging me out from under a pile of bodies. Ulrich's alive? Are there any others? He's alive. Managed to find a place to hide and patch himself up. I told him to stay off his feet. But he's out there limping around trying to salvage what he can. Thankfully, there's a few others too. Seem they managed to kill a whole group of the bastards. I'm afraid that's all though. You turn to see Ulrich emerging from a half-burnt tent, limping your way, and being helped. Oh my gosh! I'm not. Oh. Let me just. Okay. There we go. Gods, we're glad to see you, my Papi. Have you shared the news? I did. Found some correspondence in one of their tents. They've been planning this for months, it seems. Traitorous bastards. Any idea who they're working with? I'm afraid not. Certainly more than just a ragtag group of thieves. They're too well armed and too well organized. Group of cowards, I say. Easy to achieve victory when half our troops passed out drunk. No doubt, Torin and them were waiting on that fact, the spineless pricks. I never did like Torin none. Always felt uneasy around him. I can hardly stomach the notion, but could Vaughn have been involved? Yurik waves a dismissive hand. Not a chance. I know he and Torin got on well enough, but the man's as loyal as they come. I'm just glad he wasn't here for this. We've lost too much already. Regardless of who's involved, there's little we can do about it, at least for now. So what's our plan, boss? You know I'll follow you anywhere. I promised my sister I'd look after Gedrick. If he's alive somehow, I need to find him. If he's not, well, us putting these traitors in the ground will have to suffice. The boss is right. We have little choice in the matter. I understand you want vengeance, so do I. We have the manpower, the means to seek it right now, and doing so will only get us killed. If we're going to do this, we'll need to restore our numbers. Then I promise we'll hunt those traitors down. You look around at your companions, renewed purpose in each of their eyes as they all nod in agreement. Right then, we'd best travel light. It's a long walk to Andalin. As our caravan travels through the world, time will progress. You can also advance the next day by pressing C. Supplies and general upkeep can be expensive, and every day that passes will cost us coin. Given the situation, we can't afford a long journey. We can make our way to the city of Andalin to rest and regroup. Let's go. I like our little thing. Andalin. Peaceful. Doran Spearfisher the First is the ruler. Its religion is Tian's Light. Its main export is wood. Oh, look at this. This is so good. Oh, I dig a lot of things about this game. This is really good. After many long days on the road, you and your companions breathe a collective sigh of relief upon entering the city limits of Andalin. The streets are bustling with traffic, and though it does seem to be business as usual, you can't help but sense an unease among the people. Yurik seems to pick up on it as well with narrowed eyes. The days are growing darker, that's for sure. No doubt they're all concerned about the scourge. Can't say I blame them. On the brighter side, there'll be no shortage of work available to us, but for now, we could all do with a few days' rest. I believe the inn is this way. Okay. With the morning sun shining into your room at the inn, you race from your bed, pleased to find your body finally free of its aches. Gathering your belongings, you walk down the stairs to the ground floor, spotting your companions already seated at the table and breaking their fast. Morning, my Papi. You're looking a sight better, eh? Come, sit, eat. Across the table, Eric tears off a piece of bread and hands it to you. We're just discussing our next. Trails off as a man approaches the table. Your previous employer, Caldwin, sports a puzzled look. I must say I'm surprised to see you here. I heard about the battle. Heard you were dead, in fact. Yet here you are. Heard it from who? Your associate. He looks up, trying to recall the name. Torrin, that it was. Tall bastard, he said. Said your entire company was killed in an ambush. He was lucky to be alive. Anyway, he brought me the vials, so we concluded our business. He went on his way. You just believed his story? Truth be told, no. I could tell he was hiding something, but I wasn't about to refuse the man. I could suspect he would rip me apart with his bare hands were he so inclined. Is there anyone else with him? A boy of 15 years? Man scratches at his chin. He had a few companions from what I saw, none that young, however. Dead, I got better. Any idea where they were headed? I don't know that either, I'm afraid. But it seemed they were each going their separate ways. Ulrich raises his eye at that piece of information. Retiring, perhaps? They certainly can afford it, having stolen everything from us. So they betrayed you and stole your fortune, did they? I am sorry for that, but perhaps we can help each other out. You have a job? More of an arrangement. I've been looking to expand my business across Caelum, but the roads are a dangerous place, as you well know. I'm in need of a permanent guard. In return, I'd offer you a discount on all my wares, potions, elixirs, and the like. Sure, there'd be a great use in your line of work. To be clear, I wouldn't interfere with the operation of your company, of that you can be sure. In fact, I care not where we travel, just so long as there are buyers for me to sell to. So what do you think? Sounds like a fair proposal. I accept your offer. Caldwin smacks a hand down on the table. Excellent. They consider me at your service, my friends. As I said, where we go is entirely up to you. Though with the scourge approaching, we may want to leave sooner rather than later. Lifts his hand, a single finger raised. There's one problem, however. We simply cannot afford to travel anywhere at this moment. Not to mention, we are without carriages and horses. You've certainly had a rough go of it, eh? No wonder I can supply both horses and carriages. As for funds, I heard the local Vanguards have their hands full at the moment. I suspect you might find some work from them. Just don't mention my other activities. They'd be none too pleased to hear the vials in my possession. Thanks for the tip. We'll go see them. There we go. Active mission. I have preparations to make then. Nodding farewell, I will await you at the gates. Taking a bite from your bread, you look on as Caldwin strides out of the inn. Ulrich turns back towards you, fingers rubbing in his chin. You know, my Papi, I was just thinking it would be wise to retire the company name. As much as those traitors think us dead, we'll have an easier time rebuilding our numbers. When we're ready to strike back against them, it'll be us with the upper hand. Uric grunts in approval as he swallows the last of his drink. He's right, I reckon. Best not to draw any extra attention to ourselves if we can help it. Any ideas for a name? Papi's pals always had a nice ring to it, I thought. Papi's pals, huh? He pauses, flashing a toothy grin. I believe that'll suit us well. When visiting the city, you can avail contracts by clicking one of the contract banners. Tell you which faction is offering the contract. Completing it will increase your reputation. Hardly in a position to be picky. We take whatever job the Vanguard. The Vanguard, according to the game, an ancient order that is tasked with defending the mortal realm against all unnatural evils. They were first established during the Dark Age by Tian, the first king of the now dissolved Kingdom of Caelum. The Vanguard have garrisons all across Caelum, and their main headquarters situated in the Northern Hold. So, back on your feet, pick up some work from the local Vanguard representative. Even from a distance, you can tell this is a sense of urgency brewing within the Vanguard garrison. As you near, a pair of hard-eyed guards order you to halt, their weapons held up to impede you. Behind them, a man in a decorative suit of armor, no doubt an officer, takes note of your arrival. With a wave of his hand, orders the guards to stand down. At ease, let them through. My apologies. Things are rather tense around here, as you can tell. He regards the rest of your companions, looking them up and down. Is there something you need? I heard you could use a hand. An understatement, but you've heard correctly. I'm sure you've noticed the days grow darker of late. They say the scourge is coming, but in truth, it has already begun. We've received increasing reports of void spawn in the area, and we're scrambling to respond to each. Any help you can provide is most welcome, and you'll be rewarded, of course. What do you need us to do? A group of refugees are fleeing from a small village just south of us. I had dispatched a unit to aid them, but with the number of void spawn that have been reported, I feel their presence won't be enough. I would ask you travel south, link up with them, and ensure the refugees arrive here safely. He turns to an aide, snapping his fingers and holding out his hand. The aide rummages through their satchel, producing a few papers they promptly hand over. Officer briefly glances down at the documents before offering them to you. These will point you in the right direction. Good luck. He extends a friendly hand. No doubt you're suited to the task. Count on us. Officer nods and turns away, striding off to deal with another matter. Aller steps up to you, peering over your shoulder. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us, my Papi. Before we depart, might I suggest hiring some fresh recruits at the inn? Sure, there are more than a few capable mercenaries available. Inn. Every city is an inn. Resting will reduce your entire roster's fatigue by 3 for each night purchased. Buying a round will increase their loyalty for a time, though drinking too much can result in adverse effects. If you need new members, you can scour the local talent and recruit them to your company. These are available recruits. As time passes, new recruits will occur. You can look at them. Okay. Oh, wait, no, hang on. Oh, I have to click there. Oh, well okay. So they're a Valkyrie? That sounds cool. A huntress and a pugilist. Oh. I didn't realize they had traits that like meant things. Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Leave the city? It'll take 13 days. Yeah, sure. I guess. That's how long it's gonna take, right? So whatever. As long as they've stuck to the road, we should be finding them soon, one way or another. Up ahead, a figure suddenly emerges through a patch of trees. They barrel towards you, frantically waving their arms to gain your attention as more begin to appear behind them. Please help us! Our caravan's under attack! You glance in the direction. Faint sounds of combat barely audible. Are the Vanguard with you? They are, but they're outnumbered. Aegon rides up to your side, narrowed eyes towards the sound of battle. We should hurry. You twist in your seat, signaling the rest of your companions to follow as you charge ahead, past the crowd of refugees, and into the fray. You arrive just in time to render aid. Berta and Aegon grapple a demon away from one of the soldiers, cutting it down in the process. The remaining demons are felled in short order. As one of the Vanguard soldiers tries to wrench their spear free of a demon's skull, another acknowledges your arrival. Removing his helmet and tucking it to his side, he marches across the bloodied grass towards you. Take it you've been sent to help? There'll be more of them of that, I'm sure. An officer from Andalin hired us to assist you. That's a relief. We are too few to begin with, truth be told. It's a miracle we haven't lost anyone yet. Still, with your help, all these folks might just make it. The man turns into a muffled shout in the distance, floating across the field towards you. Across from you, another Vanguard soldier crests a hill, weapon raised in a frantic sprint as he draws near. Comes to a abrupt halt just shy of your position. Sir, more demons fast approaching. Shit, you there. Go with the refugees. We'll hold off these bastards as long as we can. Good luck. Soldier nods and slams his visor down. He whips around, drawing his spear and barking orders at his unit, preparing to face the enemy, and likely their own deaths. Protect the refugees and flee. Lowering his spyglass, Ulrich remembers something under his breath as he frowns. Turns to you with a slight shake of his head. They're still following Papi, more of them in fact. At the rate they're gaining, I suspect they'll be all over us by nightfall. Digs around in his satchel, produces a map, unfurling it, carefully tracing a finger. There's a cave system not far from here that'll take us closer to Andalin and hopefully provide shelter from the demons. Cave? I'd rather stay above ground than get trapped underneath it. We have no guarantee of safety down there. It's not ideal, but it's a risk we'll have to take. Aegon turns away, rumbling inaudibly as they stump off. Peering beside you, Berta places a reassuring hand on your shoulder and puffs out a sigh. Can't please everyone, Papi, but I reckon it's a right choice. You have no idea what awaits us down in those caves, it's true. We know damn well the dangers we face up here. Assembling your party. Character can be rested, available, fatigued, injured, or unavailable. So well rested, available. Y'all are still fatigued, so. Before you enter a dungeon, you'll be able to purchase provisions. By default, unused provisions are wasted once you leave the dungeon. However, they can be partially refunded with the right upgrades. Standing alongside the cave's entrance, you motion to weary refugees. Encouraging them to quicken their pace. With everyone inside, you look back to the plains one last time, frown at the approaching void spawn. As you enter the depths, a shriek at the front of the column raises a commotion. You push your way through, see an animal slump to the ground. Both are already down on her knees and examining the wounds. Turn up and look to you. Could have been in demons, I can't say for certain. Not the work of any human anyway. Regardless, we're not alone down here. Let's tread carefully. Well, all right. That's actually where we'll leave it, because we're coming up to time anyway. But yeah, this is a banger. I like this. This is the Iron Oath from Humble Games, which means I'll probably get this as part of Humble Choice, which is nice. I'm really digging the. Okay, I didn't want to make camp. I'm really digging the strategy system. I'm digging all of the abilities and stuff. All the classes seem really neat. I'm very interested to see what the world looks like, all the different quests. But this looks like a banger of a game. Again, this is the Iron Oath.